Hey guys, I'm here in front of the Lutris booth, and I'm here with Mathieu.
Yeah, so I'm Mathieu Comandon. I've started Lutris a few years ago. I mean, it was 2009 already.
Wow.
So it's been a while. Moved to Los Angeles a few years ago as well. And now I'm presenting Lutris here at the Scale Los Angeles. I've been doing that for a few years already. It's been a pleasure.
That's awesome.
Seeing the community and being around, being able to see also the progress that have been made over the years.
Yeah.
Like when I started going to Scale and I was starting showing off Lutris, it wasn't what we have today. So that's been a great last few years.
So cool, that's awesome to hear. So what actually inspired you to start doing Lutris?
When I started being full-time Linux user, between 2006, 2007, it was kind of tricky to get games running on Linux. You had to follow some tutorials to get stuff running. Some tutorials, they tended to be outdated. So depending on what you would find, you wouldn't get the correct information. There was a lot of things that you had to compile yourself, like emulators and stuff like that. So okay, why does everyone have to compile everything? Let's just make builds. Let's just make wine builds that have all the patches, because there was wine staging at some point that everyone was using, but then every game has their own patches to add to wine. So it was okay, just let's have something that everyone can use so that it's easy to set up. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time setting up games. I just wanted to spend more time playing.
Right.
So
like a true gamer.
Instead of that, I ended up spending a lot of time on Lutris getting games to work. But in the end, it was worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
How has Proton helped your project?
Well, Proton has helped the fact that now games run so good.
Yeah.
It has helped the development of DXVK, VKD 3D, even Wine. Before Proton, we had very poor controller support in Wine. So now that that Valve has pushed that initiative, the controller support in Wine is really good, even with older games, like the input stuff that I wanted for years, and I didn't have the knowledge to do the patches for Wine. But the last 2 years, I'd say, everything I wanted to have in Wine has finally been here. It's finally been implemented. So Proton has helped a lot in that regard.
That's cool. Have you seen any big changes to Proton because of the Steam Deck?
Not really. I think that the most Steam Deck related thing that we've seen recently was Gamescope. So Gamescope is not really related to Proton or to Wine or anything. It's just some kind of layer between what you see in X Wayland.
Yeah.
So it uses X Wayland and it creates this virtual screen that your game can render on. And I found this is a really great way to get your older games running, all the games that use a weird resolution, or that couldn't go higher than 800 by 600, or use 16 bits colors.
Right.
All those games that had issues with the TFT displays, the LED displays.
Yeah.
That's solved now because we don't have to deal with switching resolution, and that will help the Wayland adoption as well.
Yeah. It's like a display abstraction layer.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Gamescope actually had a release back in the original SteamOS, as far as I know.
It was called something else, yes, but it was called Steam Comp Manager or something.
Oh, right, that's right. That's what it was called, yeah. But cool. So I've been watching you, walking by your booth, and I've seen how awesome this setup is that you have here. Can you tell people what you're running on this machine?
Oh, so that's a Ryzen 5 with a 5600G CPU. And this was the machine I bought for the Steam Deck dev kit. So when Valve was suggesting people to get a computer that would have the specs approaching the Steam Deck, that was the thing I ordered.
Awesome.
Since it was last year, that was at a time where we couldn't get any GPUs, and I found out like the integrated GPU that you get with this Ryzen 5, it does really hold up. I could really run Doom Eternal like a 60 FPS. I really got some nice performance on a lot of games, and even with the most demanding games like Cyberpunk, with things like FSR, I could get a playable experience on those games as well with no GPU. So that was really good.
Yeah. Well, Mathieu, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you for talking with me.
You're welcome.
If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out Lutris. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, especially if you got a lot of games like on platforms like GOG or Humble Bundle.
Yes.
Like the DRM free games. Or even if you have a lot of old consoles and you want to get all your games consolidated in one platform, in one machine, because it's kind of annoying like to have to maintain all your retro console or your retro computers. So why not just put everything into the same machine, and then you have easy access to everything. So I really like using archive.org as well to get all those old games back.
Yep.
And it's a great combination to have like Lutris on one side and archive.org on the other side. That's a great combo.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.